Made in Hollywood.
I watched it for the first time with one of my kids, Jamian, and she watched it with my arm in front of her face.
This one or The Shining?
This, Dr. Sleep. So I watched it for the first time in a little screening theater with her, and she had my arm like this, and she just held my arm in front of her face and watched the whole movie like that.
You know, I had the production notes, so I had half my face covered through part of the film as well during just some of the most jaw-dropping moments. I was traumatized as a kid when I watched The Shining.
Yeah.
And all of those feelings, because some of those images are in this film, all of those feelings came rushing back. I was just stressed out while I was watching this movie. I know that you also don't really like scary films.
I'm more interested in them now because there's something happening in that genre, isn't there, in the last 2 or 3 years. Get Out, I felt, was the first film where I was suddenly, is it called Get Out?
Yes.
I suddenly thought, oh, okay, so this is quite interesting. Sort of like more social comment happening in them, and then with Us recently, and also the fact that people are still going to the cinema to watch horror films. And I liked It, and things like that. And so in the last 3 years, I've found myself much more interested in it.
Do you see it from like the filmmaking point of view and not necessarily the actual scary aspect of it?
Well,
because now that you've been in this film.
Well, I don't know. There's just something interesting about the fact that I wasn't that interested in being scared before. It's true. I was shown the Halloween when I was 12 or something, and it really, like, I've always been really. I see it in my kids too. When they watch a film, I'm completely involved in it. That's why I love doing what I do. Or if I go to the theater, I find that I'm totally. I'm so. If somebody's talking or if we're watching a movie at home and people are chatting, I find it impossible because I like that real connection. So as a 12-year-old, having that real connection with somebody who's hiding behind a door who's going to cut your head off with a knife, I was just like, I don't understand. I'm so scared right now. I don't want to feel this scared. So it's put me off for years. And then there was a lot of sort of splatter horror movies that I just don't like. I'm not interested in watching violence I don't want to see somebody's arm being ripped off or something. I'm just not interested in that kind of violence. But that being said, now the fact that they're more psychological, or the more psychological horror film, or
they're smarter. I feel like there are a lot of horror films that I think that the story is super weak and kind of just dumb, and I don't like those. But I agree with Get Out and Us, those films, it makes you think a little bit more. That's also why I really liked this movie, because I felt that the writing was really strong. I liked that the story was smart.
Yeah.
It focuses on Danny Torrance 40 years later in real life and also in the film. Where is he at today?
Well, when we first start, it's just moments after, days or weeks after the Shining film ends, or Stephen King's novel ends, and he's still a little boy, and you see he's moved to Florida with his mum, and he's still haunted by the what happened to him and his mum in the Overlook Hotel, and you can see that he's shut off, and a visitor comes to him and helps him to be able to start dealing with that. And then we move forward when I start playing him, and he's at the dead bottom of he's an alcoholic, and he's like a drifter, and he's in big trouble. So that's where I start playing him.
Made in Hollywood.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. We want to know, what would you have asked? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, for more videos like this, hit the MIH TV logo right here. And for the next awesome video, click right there.